Hi, I'm Clever Ghoul, but you can call me Nikki. Welcome back to the channel. Recently, my friends and I were sitting around talking about drink charms and how there's not really any cute ones, or it's hard to find them in the first place. And I made a mental note that I wanted to make some for the channel. And then I realized that Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And while Valentine's Day isn't really one of my favorites, I do enjoy Galentine's Day. And it occurred to me that this could be the perfect craft to do either before you have a Galentine's party, as a gift for your friends on Galentine's Day, or you could have a bunch of your friends over to have a little crafting party where you make these on Galentine's. So this week, I'm walking you through how to make some really easy beaded bow charms for your wine glasses. It's so easy and so customizable. I will admit that I went on Pinterest after doing this project and saw that there were several variations of this project on there, but I still wanted to teach y'all how to do it. So with that being said, let's get into it. For materials, you'll need the following. Any beads you like. I had a variety of seed beads on hand, so that's what I ended up using. Bead along bead stringing wire, wire cutters, earring hoops, B7000 glue, and it may also be good to have some mixing tape on hand, as well as some of those little individual paint palettes so you can organize your beads as you do this project. You can get these supplies at your local craft store, but I do have affiliate links in the description box below. Cut a piece of your beading wire. I cut about 7 inches just to make sure that I had space, but depending on your bead size, you may need a little bit more or a little bit less. I then organized my beads that I wanted to use. I suggest having both a light color and a darker color, and figuring out which one of those is going to be the main color for your bow, and which one is going to be that center knot bead for your bow. Next, string on 9 of your main color bead onto the wire. Move those beads so that they're more in the middle of that piece of wire, and then add in your secondary color bead. This bead, again, acts as the knot in the bow. Next, take the side of the wire that has the main color beads on it, loop it around, and thread it through that center bead. This is now the first side of your bow. I taped down the wire, either literally putting a piece of tape on the wire itself or taping it to the table, just so that everything stayed in place here and I didn't have beads flying all over the place before moving on to the next part of the bow. Then string 9 beads of that main color onto that other wire piece. And again, take the end of the wire and thread it through that center knot bead. And now you should have 2 bow loops. To make the tails, add on 8 beads of the same color onto one of the wires. Separate the 8th bead from the others, then take the end of the wire that those beads are on, loop it around, and thread it through those 7 other beads, and pull it tight so you have a straight tail. Repeat on the opposite side. Now, take one of the wires from those tails and carefully thread it through that center bead again and pull. Repeat on the opposite side. Next, tape down your earring hoop to the table, and then take those 2 remaining pieces of wire, wrap them around and double or triple knot around the hoop. Pull tight, and then bring out your B7000 glue and add a dot over those knots, and then pick it up and put it to the side for at least an hour before trimming off the excess ends. Repeat this process over again as many times as you like, with as many different colors as you like, and you're done, which means it's time for the reveal. These turned out so great. I love the variation in the colors that I chose, especially this little striped one. And I think this will work great when I have people over so that we don't mix up our drinks. I stuck with bows just to keep this cute and consistent and to ride a little bit of that coquette Valentine's Day sort of vibe, but you could mix this up and do different shapes. There's tons of different bead patterns out there online, and you could do flowers, you could do fruit, you could do all sorts of different things here instead of just choosing bows. Again, this is the perfect craft if you want to make it before hosting people, if you want to give it as a gift to a friend, or if you decide that you're going to have a party and you want to have a crafting activity. This is really easy and something where you can gather a lot of supplies together and just hang out and do this for a few hours and have a fun time. And it takes about 10 to 15 minutes per charm, so realistically you could have at least 4 if you're doing this at a party. What kind of charms would you make? I would love to hear, so let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!